Hi everybody, welcome back to that Unchained YouTube channel. I'm Kyavraj, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about an interesting topic, and that's about eRupi. You all know since independence, the state and the central government initiated with so many welfare schemes to uplift the underprivileged. But how many of you all can name a scheme without corruption? Question mark, right? Yes. Even during this COVID-19 lockdown, there were so many schemes announced by the government. One such scheme was direct money transfer into the account of those who lost their jobs. But did all of them who lost their jobs receive the amount? No. Because of incorrect data and simplified procedure of getting enrolled into the scheme, many undeserved people received the amount. So the government has come up with an initiative to reduce the corruption and loopholes in any welfare schemes through a digital payment method known as eRupi. Yes, eRupi was launched on August 2nd, 2021 by our Honourable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and it was developed by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, who also handles UPI. Now what is eRupi? eRupi is a prepaid electronic voucher and a digital payment method based on QR code or SMS-based e-voucher delivered to mobiles of beneficiaries who can use it only for specific purpose for which the electronic voucher was issued. Now when I say digital payment method, you must be thinking that it's another app like GPay, PhonePe, Paytm, etc. that comes under UPI. No guys, eRupi is not an application that can be stored on smartphones. eRupi is just a QR code which can be used even on basic mobile sets. Without internet, no physical issuance like swiping the card or producing the voucher physically. No bank account is needed, mainly no intermediates, and it avoids leakage of beneficiaries' details. Sounds interesting, right? Yes. This is mainly used by the governments and corporates for welfare schemes. As I was reading this article about eRupi, I felt that this was introduced mainly to reduce corruption, replace cash transfer, and make direct benefit transfer more effective on any welfare schemes. Now you can question me how eRupi reduces corruption. Before I tell you how eRupi reduces corruption, let me make you understand how it works. Remember this, as I told earlier, eRupi is a prepaid electronic voucher and a digital payment method based on QR code or SMS-based e-voucher delivered to mobiles of beneficiaries. When I say prepaid electronic voucher, it means that the electronic voucher is already been allotted with specific amount. And based on QR code or SMS-based e-voucher, it means that the QR code and SMS-based e-voucher is already fitted with the allotted amount. With this, it connects the sponsor of services, beneficiaries, and servicing providers directly. For example, the government provides free medicine to below poverty line population. In this case, the government becomes sponsor of services. Below poverty line population are the beneficiaries, and from where do you get medicines? From the pharmacy stores. So pharmacy stores are the servicing providers. So the government, who wants to provide free medicine to below poverty line population, requests one of the banks which is listed with eRupi. This is important. There are 11 banks that is attached with eRupi as of now. Now let's take one such bank as SBI. So the government requests SBI to send eRupi QR code or SMS-based e-voucher to the mobiles of beneficiaries. This QR code or SMS-based e-voucher will be designed in such a way that it can be used only once at pharmacy stores and nowhere else. Once the beneficiary receives the QR code or SMS-based e-voucher, he can use or redeem the QR code or SMS-based e-voucher at any pharmacy stores to buy medicine and nothing else. And only after the beneficiary redeems the QR code, the government pays the allotted amount to SBI. Now you may ask me, what's new in this? How can it reduce corruption? Yes guys, I'm coming to the point. Just a simple example. During early days when government introduced subsidy, The normal process was the LPG was rupees 600 and the government used to provide subsidy for rupees 100, and that they gave it to the distributors who were the service providers. But what did the service providers do? They gave the subsidies to the known person. In this case, the government scheme was not benefited by the beneficiary but others who were already living well. Because of this, the government introduced DBT, Direct Benefit Transfer. What happened after introducing Direct Benefit Transfer? The beneficiary will order LPG cylinder and then send order invoice to the government, and government will credit the subsidy amount directly to the beneficiary's bank account. Or the subsidy amount will get deducted from the actual LPG bill. This did reduce corruption, but there were so many other scams even after introducing direct benefit transfer. One such example. In 2020, there was a huge scam in Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. The farmers got rupees 6,000 annually credited to the bank account. But there were so many ineligible beneficiaries who were not the farmers, who were not involved in any farming activities and remotely connected with agricultural operations got benefited out of the scheme. Because of non-availability of data and simplified procedure of getting enrolled into the scheme led to such scam. In just one particular district, over 2.5 crore rupees were fraudulently credited into the bank account of undeserving people. Sounds crazy, right? Yes. But what eRupi does in this? So the government in Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, if the scheme is to buy agricultural seeds, will collect the farmers' mobile numbers, and after validating the farmer's identity, they will request one of the bank to send eRupi QR code or SMS-based e-voucher to their mobile numbers. Once the farmer receives the QR code or SMS-based e-voucher, he can redeem or use the QR code or SMS-based e-voucher to buy seeds from any agricultural seeds. In this case, eRupi cannot be deviated to buy anything else apart from agricultural seeds. And also, it ensures that rightful people receive rightful benefit. Since eRupi is prepaid sponsored services, the government can monitor the amount spent because only after the beneficiary redeems the QR code or SMS-based e-voucher, the government pays the allotted amount to the bank. Yes, with this, the government can probably provide much aid in the form of eRupi voucher for specific purpose, and that it replaces cash transfer to provide subsidy, food, and many other welfare activities. Now you comment if this is a useful initiative by the government. For now, I'm signing off. Take care, be safe.